Hello, my name is Nadia. I'll be your examiner today. Could you tell me your name, please?
Hello, my name is Yoon Cho.
Okay, so before we start, could I see your identification, please?
Here it is.
Thank you. We are now going to move on to part 1 of the test, which is the interview. I'm going to ask you some questions. I would like you to answer them as fully as you can. We are going to talk about music and travel. Where was the last place you visited on holiday?
I went to Jeju, Iceland at last week with my family, and it was very lucky that our family has some vacant time to visit some other places. And we've been Jeju Islands before 10 years, but there was a lot of development in terms of some tourism sites. So I want to visit them again.
Would you like to go back there again?
Go back, but to somewhat other places because we only travel the western part of Jeju Island. So we want to travel the eastern part of Jeju Island again.
Okay, and what kind of tourist destinations do you usually prefer?
I prefer some kind of not artificial things because I live in Seoul and my family live in Gwangju, which is metropolis, and there is a lot of artificial things. But in the reason why we going to the travel is see somewhat differences. So we want to see some beautiful natures and landscapes.
Okay, has a foreign visitor ever stayed at your home?
Yes. When I was 18 years old, my Russian friend comes from Russia, Moscow to Gwangju and traveling around the Gwangju and go to the museum and watching movies with me and talk with my mother he used me as a translator. Yeah.
Okay, what's the best way to save money while traveling?
Just use some application which can make comparisons between some other similar companies to, for example, when you want to rent a car, then you have to watch several rent car websites, but there is an application which has a lot of information for all of the prices, so you can easily compare it and save your money.
Okay, now we are going to talk about music. How much time do you spend listening to music every day?
At least 1 hour or maximum 3 hours because I usually work in laboratories, and at the night there is few people, so I can excused and I can turn on music because at night, I'm exhausted, so I have to gain some energy from our sources. So music is that our sources for me.
Okay. Are your music tastes varied?
It is varied. I would like to say that, but I prefer a cappella music, which is not noisy, and I want to listen some harmonic things. But I also like, some rappers and hip hop, which is very different from the a cappella.
Okay, what is your favorite song?
My favorite song, I have a lot of favorite songs, but I would like to say my favorite song is the Ring of Fire from the Humphrey, which is the a cappella group in US, and that music give a lot of harmony with the low tone of the members.
Okay. Do you like to sing along to your favorite songs?
I prefer sing with my friends because I have experiences to showing my performance in front of some audiences with a cappella. For example, when I was 19 years old, my high school teachers get married, and with my 4 seniors and juniors and my colleagues, we make some a cappella team and celebrate their marriage.
Okay, thank you. That is the end of part 1.